Okay, so we are recording.
Okay.
We are recording right now. Let me just fix myself.
I hope
Feel
my hair
comfortable.
looks
Um, I mean, hold on.
You good?
Okay, so I'm good. How are you, baby?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good too. I guess this is the part where we talk about what we plan to do, right?
No, we said that we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go at it.
Okay, cool. So, totally freestyling.
Yeah.
Um, totally not planned. I think
It's very like spontaneous.
very spontaneous and like it's kind of funny how we spent a lot of like last week just like planning. Okay, tonight we're gonna have this meeting. It's gonna happen tonight. We have to have this meeting where we sit down and we talk about what this part is gonna be about, and we just never got to it for reasons that shall remain within the two of us.
Life. I like to think of it as life.
Yeah, it's life. Just project your voice a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Better.
Yeah, because you can see the,
Oh,
the
okay.
sound waves.
Okay.
So yeah, we have absolutely no idea what this podcast is about, and I guess that's why we have no idea how we're going to start this podcast. But I think we started it because we genuinely just like having random conversations.
Yeah, we always have like random conversations about everything. About everything. I don't think that there's a subject that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Like I know I bore you with like hair talk and
Nah, you don't bore me with head talk.
and
It's like
the debate on whether or not I should start wearing makeup or
yeah, like that's a frequent occurrence. But I get it's not that I don't like it. It's like it always like literally.
know what you gotta say. What you gonna say?
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. So literally every single time we talk about hair, like you'll find a way to get to, this one thing that you always do, and you're like, yo, I want to do this. I'm gonna do this, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. And before I even say anything in response, and then you'll reverse and be like, oh no, but whatever, and then I'm just like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like what am I supposed to say? Because you just came to me with your hair stuff, and
But
you
you're
turn around.
supposed to entertain it no matter what.
And that's what I do. Like that's what I do. I entertain it no matter what. Like the keratin treatment has been.
No, I'm not going to do that.
It's been something that was gonna,
Yeah,
happen.
but then I did research and I thought it was best not to do the keratin treatment because long-term usage, like people's hair, like the hair breaks off and that.
So what's the keratin treatment?
A keratin treatment is like a smoothing formula for those with frizz-prone hair and those with curly hair who like to wear their hair in like straighter styles and
And you obviously like found out that like it has a negative.
long-term effect. It has a negative long-term effect, definitely.
Okay.
I am yet to come across a long-term user who can tell us that, their hair is still in the same healthy shape. Like it's either density that they lose or it's length that they use. And yeah, no. And I'm not going to do that anymore. It's overall
Okay.
health that they lose.
Yeah, I mean that's just like one thing out of many. You know what I mean? This one time you came say you want to do braids. You know what I mean? Like you always just.
But
you
I
always,
bought the hair though.
you just come out. You just.
I bought the hair.
You just come out of the explore tab and then you just like, I want to do this, and then it's like, babe, you don't need to. Like your hair looks amazing. Like your natural hair looks amazing. The way that you style it.
Thank you.
Don't act like this is for the part two, because I'm smooth like off mic as well. Don't play with
I
me.
don't know about that.
What? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know. Kylie sweat all day.
No.
Kylie sweat,
No.
I'm smooth as
I don't
fuck.
think that you're smooth.
I'm smooth as
I think
fuck.
that like
I'm smooth as fuck. Listen, we're not gonna
One
do this.
learns to appreciate. One
You didn't
learns
kiss
to
my ass. You didn't kiss
appreciate.
my
One
ass right
learns
there.
to appreciate
That's the thing
your
with you.
specific genre of comedy.
Yo, I'm
Definitely
talking
not funny.
I'm talking about romantic smooth.
Okay,
You
no,
talking about
that
comedy?
too. That too. One learns to appreciate, your niche type of romance.
It's very niche, yeah, definitely.
It's an
It's not.
acquired
It's,
taste.
it's not. It's not. Well, acquired taste. Acquired taste. It is.
I
Yeah.
didn't mean it like it. I mean,
No,
it's
acquired
delicacy.
taste is a good
Let's
thing, like,
say
to-
it's a delicacy.
To be known for everyone is a good thing. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that's
I'm not mad at that. To be like divergent, like rare. One
I
of
didn't
one.
say that. I said
Acquired taste is legitimately one of one, low key.
I'd say that.
I'm
one
not
learns to
palatable. I'm not
appreciate.
palatable to everyone, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Fuck that. I don't want to be everyone's taste. Like, hell no.
no.
If I make 3/4 of the room uncomfortable, I'm cool with that.
That's always funny to me, though. Watching it is like.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're not gonna go into that. It's too early. So basically, we're chilling, at our place, and the kids are not here. We got 2 kids, and we don't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
But we've
so
just
we're
had a very
like
cool conversation about here right now.
freestyling.
And I like it, baby. You know what I mean? Like, this is us talking every single day, about everything. Lipstick Alley.
Don't guess my
Yeah,
screen.
Lipstick Alley and Lipstick Alley. A whole lot of bullshit, and I'm very interested to see how. Do you know what I'm interested in?
What?
I'm interested to see how long we're gonna be able to keep this up.
What do you mean?
Just like from a commitment level, like, okay,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
come here on Sunday.
Well, I mean, for now, we're committing to 1 episode a week. And then we'll see in the future
Right.
if we can, do 2 episodes or even 3. But we'll see down the line.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And I just want to say that just because, okay, well, listen, I guess we can talk about, like the terms and conditions,
What?
right? The terms and conditions of a couple doing a podcast, because I'm a man and you're a woman.
Yes.
And there are going to be a lot of topics that we're going to cover, about relationships, about personality traits, and the nuances that those bring into a relationship. And I'll have to, if we are drawing from like events that are current, and I have to sort of take up the position and understand, the man's point of view in a situation. Like, how do we have that conversation, and how do you allow me to be super honest?
Well, honestly,
without you applying what I'm saying to us.
I mean, I'll always do that.
You see,
It's
that's the
it's my
problem,
point
though.
of
That's the
reference.
problem. That's
but
the problem.
it's my point of reference.
No, I get it. That's true. But then there's also a way to be
I'm
objective
just
about
trying
things.
to, if I see similarities, I like to make, a applicable reference. And our relationship is the applicable reference. If there are similarities, okay? Or if if it's like the stark opposite, then it's best to, why can't I
Okay, so
encourage?
okay. Let me make it situational, right? So let's say that we're talking about a couple,
Okay.
and the man was caught cheating, and he was like trash, but then this man was forced to do it because. The woman was behaving a certain way, and the thing is, in a situation where there's enough information for us to draw different points of view, and I take the male's voice and I say, hold on, and I say that I understand why he did it.
No.
I understand why he did it. Is it good?
I'm
You see, the
looking
thing
at
is,
you.
that's the thing. That's the
I'm
problem.
looking at you.
That's the problem because
Funny.
I'm being objective. I'm being objective about
Funny.
how I see things, and you're gonna
It's
be
not
like, well.
what's objective about cheating? Let's hear this. What's
It's
objective?
meeting a want.
Which want?
A sexual want.
Is a relationship just about sex?
A relationship, I've come to learn, it's not just about sex. But
Real intimacy is not even sex.
well, that's true, right? And I agree with that. But relationships aren't the same. Couples aren't the same. Personalities as pairs, they're not the same.
There is no
So
excuse for cheating, though.
yeah, listen, I agree with you, right? 100%, I agree with you. But I'm just saying again, terms and conditions. How do we have that conversation as a couple who are in a serious relationship like this? This what we're doing right now is not like, at least from my perspective, it's not like, it's not preppy. It's not. This is like us having a conversation with audio equipment, and we're just putting it out. But also, it's us. Do you understand what I mean? And there are things that we're going to talk about. I just want you to not apply that to our relationship.
I can't promise that. I'll
Okay.
try. That's
Okay.
the best that I can give you. An honest answer is I will try. Can I promise? No. But I'll try.
Okay. But as long as you know that whatever it is, I'm looking at it from an objective point of view. I'm looking at it from like, sorry, I'm not being biased in the way that I look at things.
It's not biased. It's what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
You know, sometimes men cheat, like, cause
Not
and
sometimes.
it's avoidable.
Not sometimes.
No, I'm talking about the reasons. Sometimes
deal.
it's avoidable. Sometimes it's just avoidable. Like this dude would not be doing this
A lot of
if
all cheating
the
is
chick.
avoidable. You have the choice whether or not to cheat. The crazy thing is, men are much, much, much less forgiving when it's the woman who cheats on them.
Of course, because
Of course, why?
I'll tell you this, right? Because it does something, man. It's if a woman cheats on a man in a monogamous relationship, if a woman cheats in a man, it's because the woman went to find something that she could no longer see in the man, right? And that's why she went and cheated. And when you come back and you find out about it, you realize, oh, there was something that I didn't have that you went out there and looked for, and you didn't tell me what that was. Right, you just went out and cheated. I didn't have what you wanted, and you went out and sought for it elsewhere. Men don't cheat. Men don't look for things that their women don't have in other women.
But it's still cheating at the end of the day, no matter what the
100%.
reason
But
behind
motive,
it is. So
motive has
why are you
everything
guys
to do
less
with it.
forgiving?
Because when you do it, it's because you're looking for something that I don't
So
have.
you're saying that when we do it, we have like a valid reason to do it, yet you guys are less forgiving about it?
I can't say what's reasonable and what isn't. Right? All I can say is that if you had found a way to talk about or communicate like whatever your disgruntlement is or whatever your thoughts are about what the man does not have that you want, then that could have been avoided, right? Men don't cheat for that. Men, because all women have asses, all women have vaginas, all women, dog, like men just men just cheat because the ass is available for them to cheat and the attention is available for them to do it.
But
So that's why
cheating
it's
is
very
still
hard for
cheating.
men to forgive women when they cheat because they like women just do the shortiest shit,
that
bro.
sounds like BS to me.
It does sound
That
like
sounds
BS as
like
fuck.
BS. That sounds like a very selfish male.
What does I wonder what the
perspective of
Crimson
things.
Cure thinks about this. Remember the Crimson Cure?
Yeah. No.
I wonder what she I wonder what she thinks about this.
I'm pretty sure she is.
There's probably a mad YouTube title right now. Women do not deserve men who are black. She's hilarious. But yeah, so that was a topic.
I mean, I guess
That we
it's
covered
just
really
I
well.
just feel like men are inherently selfish. When you have a son, you understand that men really are born different from women.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
I'm not gonna hold
men
you.
are
That's
really
absolutely
like
true.
the two genders are very different.
We have it our
You
way a
can
lot.
see it even in kids. Like
We have it
men
our way a
are
lot.
inherently selfish. Men are inherently selfish. Like
Right.
they will expect you to do things for them that they will not necessarily do for you. That's it.
I think that's
Situation is
subjective. I think that's subjective.
I don't think it's that objective. I think that it's
Just speak close into the mic,
it's.
baby.
I think that it's
Yeah.
like. I think you guys are just predetermined to be that way, and I think that it's only when you guys are called out on the fact that you may accommodate, you may become more accommodating, but only once you've been called out. When women have instinctively, women are better at like gauging those kind of things.
Right, but like in like situational, right? So can you bring it into a situation that, because that sounds very like generic, like that's general. So that's a general
I
statement.
mean, I don't know. Like when we argue, you always say that. Oh, Kylie, you always say I would do
Did I
it for
not just
you."
say that? Can we keep our
said
personal
it's very
business
general.
out
Oh
of
my
this
God,
podcast?
you said
And
that
can
it's
we
very
keep
general.
it away
But I'm just
from what?
saying, I'm just saying that you say that I always tell you I would have done it for you. Well, yes, because I'm trying to make you understand that I would have done it for you, so I expect you. There's an expectation. What I do for you, there's an expectation that you would do the same for
Oh,
me.
I know what you're talking
Do you know what
about.
I mean?
Okay,
Like,
I know what you
and I
mean.
don't think
I know
that
what
men,
you mean.
and I think that's also why divorce and separation rates are so much higher when it's the woman who's ill compared to when it's the man who's ill. Do you know what I mean? Like, men are less likely to stick by you if you fall ill. So,
Right.
yeah, that's telling, and that's a general statistic, but it's telling. You know, you guys expect us to do things that you won't necessarily do for us. I'm not saying you won't do it, but I just say naturally.
Yeah, but
it wouldn't. You wouldn't.
again, what you're talking about is like very specific. You know what I mean? Like
What do you
you're
mean?
specifically
That's
talking about
so simple.
if a woman can't do anything for herself, then the expectation is not there for the man to step in and step up.
Not the expectation is not there, because I'm sure the woman expects him to stick by her. But do men expect to stick by their woman? Do you guys have that expectation? Because the statistics say you don't.
I don't want to speak for other men, because I don't think that this is something that I can defend as a man.
No.
Right? I can't do that.
No.
But
The numbers don't lie.
But, you know, there's only so much anyone can take. You know what I mean? Like, you told me. No, you told me that someone, you know, ran off.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Well, I mean, I'm
ran off
probably sure
unannounced.
that this
And
woman had taken-
and in this situation, it's a woman, but I don't want to get into that. On the point about, you know, the expectation, the man
Yeah.
leaving and
Yeah.
whatnot. It's very situational. It's very.
Listen, I'm not saying that
it's very
women don't
different.
leave, because I
Right.
do know of at least 2 or 3 cases when, you know, the woman did leave when the man fell ill. But I'm just saying that, you know, it's kind of, and those women were chastised for leaving while the man was ill. Whereas a man, do you guys get that much flack when you leave? Like, do you get that much flack? Because I don't think that you do get as much flack when you leave a situation as when a woman leaves a situation. Like, it's
Because
kind of
it's
the same,
expected.
like,
More,
it's kind
like,
of
it's
the
like
same,
you said, more men leave
mothers
relationships
and
than women do.
dads,
Yeah.
mothers and fathers, not, you know, like, it's more accepted when it's the man who leaves, who abandons the family, than when it's the woman who abandons the family. Like, you know, it's just those kind of things that, you know, it really is a man's world. Because you guys really do have privileges that we don't. You don't get as much flack when you do the exact same thing as it's wrong, of course, in both cases, but you don't get as much flack as when it's the woman. As if when the tables are turned, women are chastised. Like,
Yeah, but like
for,
as I said before, like in the situation where we're talking about, sickness and like men not having the wherewithal to stick through hard situations like that versus women, I can't speak on that. But I can most definitely speak on the whole cheating thing. Yes, more men are more prone to cheating in relationships than women, but women, when they do it, it is because of
yes,
something that they do not
yes, I agree on that.
necessarily get in the relationship
Not
from the
true.
man, right? So if dude doesn't have a car and the car
Who's cheating
brings,
for a car? No.
I'm not talking about something that's uncommon here. I'm not talking about something
What?
that's not common.
Who is?
A car. I think it's such a. I think we're just so desensitized to the convenience that a car brings in a relationship because we've
But
had
why does
that
she
as
not
a.
just date someone with a car?
Yeah, but then you don't again. So you just went to that man because he had a car. Like, okay, I'm gonna
No,
date. No,
it's
that's
not
not
that.
it, bro.
No, 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 that's not.
That's not
That's
it.
not true.
No, no, no.
That's not true.
Also, just give me a second. Also, right? Let's say this couple got together and dude had a car, and
Okay.
something happened to the car, and he couldn't sort of like get it fixed or whatever, and they spent like a whole year and a half without a car. Like that's a new thing. Like getting used to public transit is a new thing,
Well, I mean,
And also, we're talking about maybe a couple that doesn't necessarily have the financial means to like keep the Uber thing going or the Taxify thing going. So you have to take that taxi. You have to use public transport. And guess what? If homegirl, took took two taxis to the VNA, and she bumps into homie and dude is like out here, with a car and brings that kind of convenience, like a woman will most definitely see that as a reason to cheat, bro.
for some bus fare, that doesn't make sense. To me, that's not a valid reason. Well, I mean, there's
Well,
no valid
of
reason
course,
to
there's
cheating,
like a
but
multitude
I
of
mean,
reasons, but
come on.
I'm just trying to make a point that like a
But
woman
I've
will
heard
cheat.
of such situations before. I mean, technically, he broke the terms and conditions of the contract. So,
What you mean?
if one of the things that she liked about him was the fact that he had a car, then he doesn't have a car anymore, and that's
Yeah,
breaking the
and
terms
it
and
also should
conditions of
not
the
take you like
It's
1.5 years to fix it to get your
It's
shit
like
together, my nigga.
it's like it's like
It
it's like
should not take you 1.5 years to fix your car.
if it does, honestly, I'm just going to be.
That's
very
like a
blunt about it.
bigger-
I don't think you should be having a relationship. if
That's
it
like a
does.
bigger thing.
I
It's a
don't
bigger-
think that because it's expensive to be in a relationship. So
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
think
cheap.
that if it does, I think that you need to get yourself in order before you like want to venture into a relationship, because like you said, women do have like certain expectations and that kind of thing. And it's like men, you guys have expectations, so you guys expect us to look pretty, you guys expect us to maintain our weight, and or at least if we gain weight, it needs to go to the right places.
I think a woman maintaining her weight is not is not for
Well,
a man's
if it-
pleasure. It should be for your own, mental health.
What if I want to be bigger?
I'm not gonna talk about.
What if
I'm not
I
gonna comment
want
on
to
that.
be bigger? What if I think that I'm too thin and I want to like pick up weight? Like,
That's not something that I.
Or
I
what
have
if
an
I'm
opinion.
stress eating?
Then I think
Because
that if you're
women
stressed.
stress eat a lot.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's actually very good. So what happens when I come up to you and I say, "Hey, listen, babe, I think that you're stress eating right now."
Then let me stress eat. I'm stressed.
Okay.
What do you want? If I'm
Okay.
stress eating, it's not you coming to me telling me I'm stressed.
Okay, so
It's going
so
to, like, alleviate my stress.
so if so
Like,
if the
you
if the
should come to
consequence
my
of
baby,
you,
what you stressed about?
so if
What
the
you stressed?
consequence of you stress eating, is you getting a fupa, right? So like, am I expected to not look at it?
Okay, so
If you catch me looking at the fupa,
okay, so
that is super weird, bro. Like
I
it's
don't
super
know.
odd.
Like I'd feel super.
Like men can have fupas. Okay, that's what I'll
Self-conscious.
say. Men, it's so normal. It's cool. It's part of the swag in some body types. But like, if there's one thing that I could be, how do we confront that? Like, how do I say, okay, baby, you stress eating, and
Ask me
I'm
what I'm
concerned.
stressed about.
I'm concerned about you, and then your response is, oh well, let me stress eat because I have to. I
It's
have
not
stress.
that like, you can't come to me and say, baby, you stress eating, because I probably know that I'm eating a lot. Like, I probably know that I'm eating way more than what my body can normally take. So you coming to me and saying that does not change the situation. You coming to me expecting change, but you saying that is not the change that you expect. So maybe you should ask me, you know, so I've seen that you've been stress eating, and I just want to know, what's going on, why are you stressed, like that kind of thing. Not, baby, you're stress eating. You
Okay,
don't say.
that's valid. No,
You
that's
don't
valid.
say.
That's valid. That's valid.
So
For sure.
yeah,
For sure.
maybe you could even help alleviate some of the stress that the person might be feeling by asking.
Some nice
Actually,
dicking. Take out the endorphins. You need
No,
endorphins
that's-
to feel better.
I get that, but then afterwards, your problems are still your problems.
Yeah, but then that's when communication comes in, and
Yeah, that's why
That's
I
like
said,
a whole
rather
different-
just ask me why I'm stressed.
okay. Then like leave you to like
Then, like,
stress
just-
eat and then get a full
Because
birth.
you saying
and
stress
then
eating now
I've
is
said
stressing me
slicking
out.
at
Like,
it.
oh my god, that means that I've got it. Because that's what happens when you tell someone they're stress eating, and it's like, oh my god, that means like I've become bigger, and I'm overweight now. That's what it translates, especially to someone in that state of mind. It does more damage than good by telling the person, oh, you're stress eating.
Yeah, and I guess the weight thing for women is like a heavy trigger.
It's like a thing. It's
like a heavy trigger.
thing. It's
Yeah.
a proper thing. Like, women don't, in general, mind.
But why do women obsess about that though?
It's not really the weight. It's where it goes. Because women don't really have, well, in general, most women won't have a problem if, like, the waist stayed cinched, but and the tummy flat, and the arms firm and that kind of thing, but the booty fat and the titties plump. Like, they wouldn't have a problem if that was where everything went. But it's
Just
not.
try to speak into the mic.
It's not where
Yeah,
everything goes.
yeah.
So
Try and keep your
I
mouth
mean,
there. Okay.
and we like looking good for ourselves and our friends.
Do women look good for men, or do they look good for themselves?
I think that, what? The healthy answer would be wanting to look good for yourself. But I think that women in general, they like looking good in comparison to like other women.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think that that's necessarily a healthy thing, because that breeds competitiveness, and that's already something that, women are always seen as being competitive amongst each other, when really, like, there's no need for that. There's space for all of us. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what do you do? So what happens when you're on Instagram and you see your friend's outfit and it looks super good, and you know that you don't have that? In the comments when you send those, hearts, like, is that genuine? Is that genuine
Well,
love for
I
my
can-
homie,
I
or
can-
is that like, bitch?
Okay, I can speak
I'm
for
gonna-
myself. Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
speaking for
kill
myself
you
when
right
I'm
now.
like, yes, bitch, or like, I'm sending you the big ups. I am genuinely happy for you. I'm genuinely happy for you. And in my mind,
You
I'm
don't
like,
feel some type of
ooh,
way that
gotta
I
get
don't
that.
have that.
No, I'm like, oh, okay, no, I definitely need something like that too. That's what I see. I'm not like, I feel some kind of way she got that and I don't. No, I'm genuinely like, oh, okay, no, I definitely am going to go get those. That's what I feel. But yeah.
Because all you see in the in the comments, like when a woman posts a picture of herself, all you see in the comments is all her friends,
Yeah.
her network of friends, just bigging her up,
I
and
mean,
it just looks too good to be
if
true.
you
Like,
have, okay,
one of y'all, two of y'all are hating right now,
Okay,
and you don't
okay.
want to say it, and you don't want to say
for
it,
real, I honestly,
and that doesn't mean that the friend necessarily hates her as a person, but like she hates the fact that she does not have
envious,
that. Yeah,
that's
the envy. Yeah.
So, well, I have a very, 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 very small friend circle.
Yeah, legitimately.
And I know that my actual friends, like, really love me and they really are happy for me when they say that they are. But that's not the case. That's not the case for most people, because most people have bigger circles. And when I say I have a very, very, very small circle,
Yeah,
I
your
really
circle
mean,
is like-
I can fit my friends on one hand.
Yeah, like definitely.
So, and that's all of my friends who I've ever dealt with.
That's like 3, right?
Like, and I've been,
Give or take.
yeah,
Give
and
or
I've
take.
been like, and I've lived all over. So it's like not even a circle. It's literally a triangle or something. So, I know that most people don't have such a small circle, and honestly, unfortunately, bigger circles do breed envy, and not only amongst women, but amongst men too. It's just that men are better at hiding and like putting it to the side than women are, because women will.
You think it's a constant, like in
I think that
in networks, like
with a
envy?
big enough circle, it's a given. It's a given. With a
Yeah.
big enough circle, it's a
Yeah,
given.
yeah.
It's definitely. It's probably one of the reasons why people who do have very small circles like to keep like closed off, because it's, you know, the difference when it's a healthy friendship to when it's not such a healthy friendship. And unfortunately, a lot of people do have very like unhealthy type friendships, but they stay in it because it might be all they know, or it might be a place of comfort, you know, and or it might just be that they can't step away from that friendship. But a lot people like to speak about toxic relationships, but there are toxic friendships too. Like, it's
Yeah.
not only the romantic type of relationships that can be toxic. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that you and I have in common for sure. Is like our circle of friendships. I have not lived all over the world, but I have had many, circles of friends. But you don't attach yourself to certain things that sort of like play a huge role, especially like in terms of dependency. Because I think that if you can't let go of a toxic friendship, it's because there's something that you depend on.
Definitely.
And if you don't have that dependency, you can move around, and I've been, fortunate enough to be the person who does not really, depend on certain things. So I've moved around and stuff, but I've definitely experienced toxic friendships. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely been through a couple of toxic friendships, but I don't hold a lot of dependency on a lot of things, so it's very easy for me to move around and like keep people at arm's length as far as possible, or as much as possible rather, to just avoid envy. That's the thing, avoiding envy.
And like, I'm your
And
best friend now, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I legitimately spend 99% of my time with you,
Yeah,
and
okay.
I don't even mind, bro. It's like,
Yeah, that's true.
because it's a
That's
vibe, you
true.
know what I mean? It's
That's
always
true.
it's always been a vibe.
That's
you know.
true.
Even in the circumstances of how we met, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Yo, I swear, whenever someone asks, so how did you guys
Oh
meet?
my
And we were like, okay, we
Where did
met.
we start? Like, we
Yeah.
met through events. I'd say we met through.
No, we met on Gumtree, okay?
But like, not like that. Like, we met because he had posted a job ad on Gumtree. Like,
But like when we tell people that all they take is Gumtree,
yeah,
oh my god, that's so
always
crazy.
so shady. But anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, like yeah, you my friend now.
Yeah.
You my
I'm like
homie
your
now.
BFF.
Yeah, well, no, BFF is a little moist, but like you my
Like-
homie for sure.
No, I'm not just the homie. Like, I am.
You my confidant.
homie,
You
yeah.
my confidant. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure. So this was cool, bro. I don't know how long
Yeah.
we've been going, but like we've
I
been.
don't like how long. Check the.
Okay, cool. Let me check.
Okay. I hope it's been recording.
No, it's been going.
Okay, great.
How long has it been going? 50 minutes? What?
Have we been speaking for 50 minutes?
That's some bullshit.
That's
I don't know how long it's been going.
Okay, well.
But anyway, so yeah, I think this is where we should leave it, bro. I think let's leave it
let's
right
do
here.
Yeah.
No plan.
Subscribe.
Nah, we're not doing that.
No, you
We're not
have
doing
to.
that.
Hit the subscribe button.
I'm not doing that.
You have to. You have to. Okay, hit the subscribe button and
Okay,
the
okay, you do
notifications
it.
bell.
Okay, you do it. You do it.
Okay, yeah. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell.
Okay, and I don't want to be like I'm a dick, and I'm corny like oh yeah, he thinks he's like oh yeah. It's just that that's not what I you know what I mean. Like, I
Hit the
just want to.
subscribe button.
Yeah. I mean, if you fuck with this, if you definitely like the conversation, and because I don't know how long this is gonna happen, I don't know if we're gonna be set up, if we're gonna set up next week. So, I guess like in the comments or whatever, wherever we find feedback, I guess we'll sort of like either be the motivation just to get feedback and see what people think.
Yeah, and
Because
we're
I don't think
open-
there's a lot of podcasts out there with couples. Like, I don't think there are a lot of podcasts out there with couples. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So this is definitely new for me. I'm not exposed to it. But if you like the content, liked a little bit of the conversation that we had, then definitely subscribe. Wherever it is that we're gonna put this out, because I do not know. That's the thing. I do not know where we're gonna put this out. Like I genuinely have no idea.
Okay.
We're just capturing audio right now.
And
So.
I mean, we're open to answering questions and discussing certain topics. So, I mean, if you have suggestions, you can just leave it in the comments.
Yeah, but I don't expect that. If you don't do that, it's not a train smash because we vibing
I get
either
it,
way.
but
You know what I mean?
if there's something specific that you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
us
yeah,
to talk
yeah, for
about
sure.
as a couple, so
I don't like kissing people's ass.
it's not ass kissing.
Okay.
It's legit. It's bringing people in.
Arms length. Arms length.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this was cool, man. We don't have a name, we don't have an outro, we don't have an intro. We're just chilling. This was interesting, and until next time, man.
Okay. Bye.
Peace out.